So we're meal prepping for the week. Got this 90 by 10 at Costco for about $59.08. It's a good deal because it's fresh. So I divide it typically in 8 ounces, and that makes about like what, 18 servings. But I'm not the one who eats it. You know, my wife eats it, kids eat it, spaghetti, you know, whatever you want to call it. But we try to hit the macro every day to maintain high protein, moderate carb, and moderate calorie. Thank you, buddy. So if you don't know much about me, about 7 months ago, I was a severe type 2 diabetic. A1C was about a 9.2, high ALT, you know, that is the fatty liver disease. What is it? Enzymes. Out of control, out of whack. Triglycerides were up in the 400s. Doctor prescribed me what? Metformin, Ozempic, Lipitor, Sinjari, a few other medications, just so I could control what I was doing to my body. And typically I told my doctor that I wasn't going to take any of that stuff, and what I pretty much did was just meal prep, work out, figure out what I needed to do to make myself metabolically healthier. And I kind of maintained that for the last about 7-8 months, which brings me to today, where like my lab results are perfect, you know. But no one tells you when you lose extraordinary amount of weight, you also get really low hormones, low vitamins deficiencies, you know. But that's not going to stop me from meal prepping and continue eating healthier and losing weight. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and go forward. So I pretty much put all 10 pounds inside this bin here. I'm going to go ahead and use my scale here, made by Intensity, I guess what it's called. I'll put a link in the description on Amazon. I'll do 8-ounce portions until I completely run out. I have these vacuum seal bags that I probably should have opened before putting on these gloves. But essentially what I'm doing is I'm going to vacuum seal 8-ounce portions and freeze them. And little by little, we'll be utilizing them to make meals. And typically I don't eat just the meat by itself. I also mix it with different vegetables, protein pasta. I also buy some of this classical organic stuff, sauce that I mix into it just to give it better taste. So even though this is 90-10, it does have a little bit higher saturated fat count, which is totally fine. Because I think we're getting about like 8 grams of it at about 8 ounces. Not bad, but it's not perfect, you know. I mean, it is a little bit on the fattier side, but we got a good deal on it. And this is meal prepping, so it's better than going out to eat at McDonald's or Burger King, you know, get a Whopper. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I know it's just to cut. I pretty much have to cut these because this is pretty much one continuously long suction bag. So you cut it, seal it, and you put the other end on there, and you seal the bag and vacuum seals it. First one, I'm not sure how long it needs to be, but I'm gonna just go with this here. Boom. About to use the size for 8 ounces. Don't know if that's big enough or not. Go ahead and feed this thing in here. Like that. Seal it. Right like that. Press. Hit the seal button. And then give it a second. That's kind of what it looks like. This side's kind of open. Look good. Look sealed. Alright. So weight scale. Turn it on with the bag on there. Probably doesn't weigh anything, but either way. Alright, 0. This actually weighs 5 grams. You can go ahead and grab some meat. That's 8 ounces right there, baby. These 8 ounces, we're gonna pack it down. This right here is a meal. Slam it closed like that. Vacuum seal. Alright, so it's done. Let's see. Bam. There you go. It is vacuum sealed, ready to be frozen. 8-ounce portion. So you know every time you're getting 8 ounces of beef. Alright. So I'm gonna speed this up. I'll make a bunch of little baggies. Alright. Last one. This is a 2 serving. Just finished doing them all. I didn't do the whole meat. I ended up putting like 5 pounds in the freezer, sealing it up. But essentially, these packs will be eaten throughout the week. So I typically eat one, or if I get like some of those days where I gotta hit high protein, I'll get two packs in one. And this should be about 1 day, 2 day, 3, about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about like a week worth of meat right here. You know, and then if my wife eats any of it, then she'll take one of the packs too, then it's no big deal. So that's it for the meat. So typically what I'm gonna do is I'll grab the meat itself, I'll grab the X amount of portions, and I'll either cook them, or my wife will cook them almost either daily, or we'll cook one the day of, and we'll cook an extra one for the day after. And we'll either put it like in some kind of like marinara sauce, or we'll just eat it almost like as is. And I think I have some frozen veggies. Yeah, so I went to Costco, so typically we get some of these organic mixed vegetables, and we'll take like a cup of it with a serving of this and a cup of this, throw it on the grill, and it should be good enough to eat. As far as carbs, I eat majority of my carbs during the breakfast time or right before a workout. I also eat this as another meal, the albacore white tuna. It has 43 grams of protein and only 210 calories. So I'll either take that for dinner or lunch, and I'll eat this for lunch or dinner. But my breakfast really consists of my cream of rice breakfast with 2 scoops of protein, some raw honey, and berries. And I'll post that in the description what it is as well. So I try to stay consistent with my portions and what I'm eating. And if I don't have time to make food or anything like that, on my TikTok I have like fast food places I go to get food and the macros and what I typically eat, just to stay consistent. And just let alone that has helped me lose about like 70 pounds, close to almost like 80 pounds at this point. But it has helped me stay consistent, you know, take all the guessing work out. So someone asked me, when did I find this time to start doing this? Where like before I never even did any of this or gone shopping, just eat whatever the hell you want. Well, the thing is, like, when you eat bad, you kind of go out of your way to eat bad too. You just got to find a way to make it part of a routine, you know, lock in your routine. You sacrifice either like TV time, or you sacrifice like things you normally would do, which would cause bad habits, and you turn them into good habits. And that's simply how you want to do it if you want to like stay locked in. I'm not near my idea of goal just yet. Still want to lose like another 30 something pounds, which to me that would be ideal. But for now, I'm going to continue doing the meal prepping, the workouts, and I'll show you guys my workout routine. I typically do 3 days on, 1 day off, or 4 days on, 1 day off, etc. On my days off, I just do cardio, zone 2 cardio. With that being said, if you don't know what zone 2 is, I'll make another video what all that's entitled to as far as the workouts go. But none of that matters unless you have your whole kitchen and nutrition locked in and dialed in, and you know what you're eating, what you're putting into your body. There's no reason to hit like 3 hours at the gym if you're getting garbage stuff, you know, like McDonald's or Burger King and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, just meal prepping, kind of like talking about what I do, what I've been doing, you know, my health before and after. Was diabetic, no longer diabetic. Feels great. but at the same time not so great, only because when you lose so much weight, you get so deficient in vitamins and then your hormones. And I get full blood panels done about once a month, sometimes even quarterly, depending on how in depth it is. But there's other ways you can combat that stuff, but it's always better to be healthier than not healthy. And I know eventually I will no longer be feeling crappy. I will plateau and I'll be at the set weight I want to be at, just continuously eating and continue working out. But I do feel a lot better than what I used to be feeling, you know. Health wise, like all my markers are great, you know. You gotta want to know more about it, join the Discord. In the Discord I have different strategies, plans, nutrition, you name it, you know, I'll help you guys out, whatever it is you to get to the goals you want to get to. I'm not a big bodybuilder, I'm just trying to get fit, trying to lose weight and be metabolically healthy for a long living life for my kids, my wife, you know. But if you're in the same spot and you don't know how to start, you know, feel free to message me. You know, the Discord is a great place because everything's private between you and I. And if you want to share your story, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, feel free to reach out, and until next video. Peace.